All right. Hello, students. This is Canfield. We're going to go through the return of geometry, just some of the problems, not everything. 522 to 528 is pretty straightforward, but I'm going to just spend some time looking at these problems. So 529 says, a cylinder is constructed so that its height is exactly 4 times its radius. So cylinder, that's like bing, 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 boom, boom, done. Cylinder, okay. Cylinder is constructed so that its height is exactly 4 times its radius. So I know that h is equal to 4r. That's literally taking the English and writing it into math. If the volume of the cylinder is equal to 500 pi, that pi is actually a good thing. That means there's less decimals for us to worry about. It says, then what is the radius? So if I handle this, well, if I think about the, hold on. Okay, I'm back. If I think about this, it's a circle that goes all the way up. Well, a circle is, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So if I want the volume of this, it's just a circle, whoop, all the way up. So that the volume then would be pi r squared times the height. So, you know, our radius is whatever that is. This is our height. So if I look at this, well, we want to know the radius, and we also know that the height is 4 times the radius. So if I go in here, I know that volume is 500 pi, but I don't know either of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a simple substitution here. What color should I use? No, seriously, what color should I use? Did you guess green? I'm using green. So what I'm going to do is anywhere that I see an h here, instead of writing h, I'm going to write 4r. And so what I can do is say volume is equal to pi r squared times 4r. And some people in class seem to have struggled with what this means. This does mean pi times r squared times 4r. That's lots of times. Times. It's lots of times. We could put dots between all these things. There's lots and lots of times. And because of that, I can write it in any order I feel like, including 4 pi r squared r, which is dumb. Why don't I just write 4 pi r squared, 4 pi r cubed. So my goal is to find out what the radius is. I know the volume, nothing else is a variable. So if I plug stuff in, well, we can divide both sides by pi. And that's going to cancel. You're filming, you can make a little bit of noise, it's okay. So we almost have this done. 500 is equal to r cubed. Oh, no, forgot the 4, right? So 4r cubed, I'll divide both sides by 4. That's 125 is equal to r cubed. So when we take the cube root of that, we'll get r is equal to 5. So that's the first of like our kind of challenging things that we're going to come across. So I think the other one I wanted to look at was 530. So if we look at 530, we've got our picture. It says in the figure to the right, DE is 2. So I'll just redraw it. That's 2. EC is 5. AB is 5. It says find the lengths of AC. So maybe we can call this X, and BC, we can call that 5. So we have right angles here. So these are similar triangles. This might not be something that you readily remember. Oh, I said 5, that should be Y, sorry. This might not be something you readily remember from like geometry, but these two lines, since they're parallel and they're cut by a line that's like the same the whole way, that means whatever this angle is, this one is also the same angle. And then they they both kind of share this common angle at the top here. So these are similar triangles, and that means that one triangle, if we look at kind of the little one as being the smaller triangle and the bigger triangle, that means that, like, if whatever's happening, there's some proportionality here. So like the fact that this one's 2 and this one's 5, whatever we had to do to the 2 to turn it into the 5, the same thing is going to happen from the 5 to whatever this is. So to go from 2 to 5, that's going to be the same as whatever this 5 to I don't know. And that proportion has to hold true. So if we cross multiply this, 2 times my I don't know is equal to 25. Did I set this up right? Let's see. 2 is to 5 is 5 is to I don't know. Okay. So if we divide both sides by 2, we can see that our I don't know is equal to 25 over 2. And so what's that going to be on this big picture here? Well, it's going to be the entire side. So that entire side, y, is going to be equal to 25 over 2. So now if I've got 5 here, I've got 25 over 2 here. I can find my third side there. Oh, I guess I called that x a minute ago, didn't I? I feel like I made a mistake somewhere. That number feels wrong. But was I looking for all those things? I want AC, BC, yeah, okay. So I can say 25 plus, that's 625 over 4 is equal to x squared. So x is going to be the square root of whatever the heck that is, and I don't care. Even if I messed up my numbers somewhere, this should work. Oh, goodness. All right, I think I'm fine. Call me out if there's an issue.